but I don't know how to explain it. Like, Fortnite's easy because, yeah, it's really repetitive and it's the same thing over and over again. Get in a lobby with 99 people, shoot to kill, try to get a crown, and try to win. Yada yada, whatever. But it adds like little story quests and missions, and there's like the emotes, and sometimes you get games where you don't have to kill people because sometimes you get friendlies, and then there's also like Team Rumble where it's team based, and then there's like all the other different modes, and it just feels like I have so much options and variety, which is nice. But if I do realize that I also sometimes get into grindy games, but then I think that's why I lose interest so quickly, is just because, like, it's exhausting for me to constantly be on that grind, despite me, like, enjoying it to an extent. Like, I don't... It's mentally exhausting as it is fun.
I feel like I just can't find a game where I enjoy the gameplay loop enough to be okay with that hardcore of a grind. Like maybe if I just liked playing Fortnite enough, I would be fine with like grinding out every season, but like I just don't think I actually am like I don't think I like playing the game that much to want to do that.
Sure. I just think games just don't satisfy me anymore. Unfortunately, because like as much as I like them, it's definitely a me thing. It's not video games. It's definitely a mindset thing where I just have this blockade of like no attention for them anymore. And like I get bored easily, I get distracted easily. I don't like repetition, I don't like grinding, I get bored easily. But then also, like, the very games that I enjoy are also, like, the things that I dislike in games. Like, it's so annoying. It really is, like, being an enjoyer of video games, but then just having that mindset that, like, totally deters you from enjoying them.
Yeah. I almost wonder if you would end up having more fun in the long run if you, like, just tried to, like, branch out and try, like, a wider, like, variety of, like, genres and stuff. If, like, maybe you would find something that you really liked.
I just think I need a better attention span. I think my attention span used to be a lot better when I was younger, but just years of addiction to short span videos and content has kind of just really ruined just how I can perceive things now.
Yeah,
like I can't even sit through a YouTube video anymore or like a TV episode without like scrolling on my phone or getting on social media or something.
I feel like back when I was a kid, it was very common for kids, like pretty much myself and just everybody that I knew, like all of my friends and siblings and stuff, to easily be able to sit there and stare at a TV screen and watch a movie. Like, we watched movies all the fucking time when I was a kid. And it's kind of funny just seeing how less common of a thing that is for kids now, to be able to sit through a whole movie. Sorry, definitely being one of them.
Yeah.
With all, probably because of all the YouTube shorts and stuff that she's been watching since she was little.
Yeah. That's definitely why I tried to, like, stop her from watching shorts, but of course, I can't control what she does when we're sleeping, and I can't control, you know, the media that she watches 24/7 without just never doing a single thing that I need to do or like to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But to the best that I can, like if she sleeps in the bedroom with us, I make sure she watches educational and long videos and TV episodes and none of that stupid shit that she likes to watch.
Yeah.
Of course, that doesn't mean that I stop her from enjoying the things that she likes. Like, I don't mind that she likes Sprunky. I just don't want her watching, like, the brain rot, content farmers.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, because that's not what it is. That's just people grouping off to
toilet.
catch kids' attention. Yeah.
Yeah, like they know exactly. Like they have the exact formula down that gets kids' undying attention. And as that shit progresses over time, they'll also just like change to always be fitting with whatever the most brain rotty thing of the moment is.
Yeah.
Like Sprunky is literally just like the newest thing with like little kids, and all of them are suddenly just spamming Sprunky videos and they're just the most dumb crap.
It's really annoying too because like I remember at first when this was a problem, blocking like these YouTube channels, except YouTube just doesn't actually fucking block them. Like the channels still show up. The videos still show up. And it's like, how am I supposed to monitor this if your settings don't work?
Yeah, I really don't quite understand how it works for a lot of the...
Anyway, Injured, are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm at the end of my game. There's a lot of dialogue going on.
Yo, did I just sell something on Macari? Hold up. Hold up. I got a message. It was like cha-ching. Literally, that's what it said. Check.
Cha-ching, please spend money on this.
I did
make
a sale. I sold, I forget her name. One of the bending ink machine, oh wait, did they buy multiple? Oh, they bought, oh, neat. They bought, what is her name? He bought the Alice Angel Funko Pop and the Uzumaki coloring book.
Oh, cool.
So I'll need to make sure to get that shipped over the weekend. You're going to the studio today, yes?
Yeah, studio in Walmart.
Maybe you could print the shipping label?
Yeah.
And also get me a box at Walmart?
You probably could. That book's pretty big, isn't it? We're gonna need kind of like a larger-ish box.
Yeah, it's a pretty book. Yeah.
I'll have to look at it before I go to work.
Bro, I forgot the ending of this. And I forgot how insane it is.
Is this the most recent, like, chapter of Deltarune?
Yeah, chapter 3 and 4 is coming out in March.
Mm.
Which is why I'm replaying. Holy shit. I'd explain what the ending was, but it would necessitate me explaining the entire chapter 1 and 2 of this game.
I feel like I don't hear people talk about Deltarune like all too crazy much, which just kind of surprised me. It's like Undertale's like such a giant thing, but I swear I know like practically nothing about Deltarune.
Deltarune's connected to Undertale, right? But not entirely the same.
I think it's either. So I did find out it's not a sequel. I thought it was a sequel for some reason, but I lied.
I was also under the
What the
pretense it was
fuck?
a single.
You mean a sequel?
Yeah, sorry, I said single, didn't I?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was a squeakquel.
It's either a prequel. It's a prequel. It's either a prequel. It's either a prequel or it's an alternate universe, and I'm not sure which one.
I see.
Interesting.
I think it's a prequel because the main character that you play as, Chris, is designed very similarly to the person you turn into in the genocide route of Undertale.
Oh, interesting.
Like, nearly identical. So...
Oh.
So I don't know, but...
I've never played Undertale. I have been wanting to play Undertale for years. And all I'm saying right now is that if I'm playing Undertale, it's gonna be on stream and I'm taking the genocidal route. Don't care.
What the heck, man?
Okay, well, you're never gonna get past Sans, so good luck.
Lynn's God gamer.
Even like the normal enemy fights in the game, like when you're doing the passives are hard, and the boss fights are hard. Once you go genocide route, though, it gets 100 times harder.
I'm a god gamer here.
I'm excited for the Shamrock Rage compilation of fighting Sans.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Wait, Sammy, you have Pancake muted still, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. If it was last time. I never changed it.
Okay, I wanted to be sure. My favorite song from Deltarune.
What? Sorry.
I said my favorite song from Deltarune.
Ah. Dude, this mimic won't fucking die!
I don't know what to play now.
Time to start over.
This is not Megalovania.
Is it the same music composer as Undertale?
Of course, yeah. Toby Fox makes all of the music for Undertale.
Okay.
And it's all DMCA free.
It is DMCA free. Yeah. It is all DMCA free.
So what you're saying is next stream Megalovania 24/7.
Just on a loop.
You could just play the whole soundtrack for both Deltarune and Undertale.
Did my game freeze? What? Bro, no!
Oh no, is this gonna make you lose any progress?
Yeah, I just took my stamina.
Dang.
I actually can't believe.
I guess you're gonna have to spend some money on some more.
Nah, I got bombs I won.
Michael is skipping out.
Yeah, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's crazy. Babe, I thought you were taking a shower. Running.
Yeah, hopefully.
I will be right back. I gotta pee.
Yeah, hopefully I end up having time.
I can't believe it just took my stamina and then crashed.
So is the stamina gonna be gone now?
Yeah.
That's so stupid. I seriously wonder if any of these mobile games would be scummy enough to intentionally crash you in situations like that to try to get you to like buy more when you get back on. Would not put it past them.
Wouldn't either. It'd make me pretty upset though. There's like a little avatar creator too, where you can change your outfits and also make outfits, and right now I'm Captain Hook.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'm a very cute Captain Hook.
Did you end up getting Captain Hook in Fortnite?
I did.
By the way, be careful driving, because it snowed. And I think it's pretty icy out.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we're supposed to get like a really bad snowstorm this weekend.
Yeah. That's what everyone's been saying. Did you see like the full snowstorm coverage photo that's been going on? No. So people have been sharing this snowstorm's coverage photo because it's in the shape of a dick. Nice.
Hell yeah. I wonder if I should give myself extra time to like get the car ready as well.
Probably.
Ugh. Don't want to go to work.
And you're gonna have to drive slow because you know how the car is on ice.
Yeah. Yeah, this car can hardly drive on the rain.
Frustrating.
Bro, I keep messing that up. Alright. Can I please not to die here? Good. Phew.
Man, I'm actually gonna have to sleep soon. I'm tired.
Not allowed.
Feel that.
I'm so sad at just how much earlier and earlier my work has wanted me to come in over the years. Like when I first started in this department, I wasn't even going in till noon. I was like 12 to 4, and then eventually, once the old cutter retired and I became the main one, all of a sudden it was 7 o'clock, and I was like, ugh, 7, that's horrible. I'll get to go in that early every morning, and then give it like another year, and it's like, yeah, let's start doing 6, guys. Yeah, great idea. It's like, all right. Have a ton of trouble making it to work on time because I'm constantly not able to wake up that early. Give it another couple years after that. You know what? Think of how ahead we could all be if we came in at 5 o'clock. Now everyone's here at 5. Like 5 on the dot.
So great.
Ugh. That would be so nice if it was still at 7 at the very least. 7 now would feel like sleeping in. But then I suppose that would just be 2 lost overtime hours, you know, every single day, which would add up to like a fuck ton of money off the check. And I wouldn't want to stay 2 hours later, because that would suck to not be home till 6.
Yeah, I think that would suck more than having to go in later.
Yeah.
Or having to, whatever, brain.
Yeah, I
stop
get what you mean.
functioning.
It's kind of just lose-lose. It's like I gotta get my full hours if I want to be able to live.
Right. I hate the state of our economy right now, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me that I used to go in at like 12 o'clock and I got by like just fine. I literally worked like fucking 20 less hours than I do now, and I got by, and I was living like on my own and paying rent and bills.
It's so stupid. Rent is so astronomically high right now.
You know, it's
Like,
ridiculous.
I think the price of rent is about the only reason I haven't moved out of my parents' house yet.
Yeah, you're gonna just end up in a shithole if you want anything that's even remotely affordable.
Right. I'm probably, and I'm not saying this to be like, oh, I'm gonna freeload for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to live with my father until I'm like 30. Just because of how shit the market is right now.
Yeah, I wonder if things will be better by then or if it'll just keep getting worse.
It'll probably keep getting worse, and at that point, I'll just continue living with my father until he dies and inherit the house.
That's the stress.
Cause like, what am I supposed to do? I'm not gonna break my back working
Yeah,
for absolutely no reason other than to pay rent, like, and utilities. Like, I would not have any money to do anything, especially as a single person working in, you know, the nonprofit industry.
yeah, unfortunately, it just feels like that's just like the reality. It's like the only way you're gonna like I'm over here. I work like 53 hours a week to get by, and we still hardly get by. And it's just like, if you want to work less hours than that, you gotta just work like a fucking like factory job or some shit, or yeah, go to college and end up with like a really nice job, which is probably also just going to be a lot of work, like a shit ton of work as well, and it costs some money and crap, and there's just no like good route.
It's not even worth it to go to college anymore, because you know what kind of jobs I'm gonna be getting after college? About the same pay that I could be getting right now if I started working full time at some like as like an administrative assistant, and I don't need a degree for that.
Yeah.
The only upside of me going to college is that I don't have to pay anything. It's being paid for by the government. I do have like government loans to pay off. I've got about 20K in government loans, but you know, it's fine.
I really just hope I don't end up ever like having to go the factory route, which like if it gets to the point where it's just like I literally have to, then I mean I guess it is what it is at that point, but for my mental well-being, it would be really cool to never have to subject myself to like whirlpool or something.
Right. And even then, like, whirlpool is just shit. Just, you know, organization-wise.
Yeah. Like, literally everybody I know who's worked at Whirlpool has, like, a bunch of mental trauma from it.
Right.
I mean, our, like, faction of Whirlpool has, like, had multiple accidents, and I think even a death before, so
Yeah.
not surprising.
I mean, the one lady who was, like, pregnant as shit. Literally, her, like, line had, like, the machinery that she was using was broken, and she was, like, trying to tell management about it because it was, like, flinging shit around, and they just didn't do anything about it, and it fucking whacked her right in the stomach one day.
Oh my god.
I remember, it was for school, my junior year, we had, like, a career fair where we went to the factories to, like, pretty much just learn a little bit about them, and since we have a lot of factories here in town, we could choose, like, which one to go to, and I ended up choosing Whirlpool, not knowing anything about it at the time, And I remember during our trip, one of the workers told us a story about how they like implemented a new like system because like not so many years before we visited, there was an accident where someone's hair got caught in one of the machinery and pulled like their scalp off.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My God.
And I'm sure they would do everything in their
fun
power
place
to
to work.
avoid having to like pay that person for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't go to that trip. You were supposed to get like a form signed by your parents, and I purposefully did not get the form signed because I was like, I'm not gonna spend a day going to a factory that I have no intentions of ever working at in my life unless I'm like down in the dumps, addicted to cocaine type shit, you know?
Listen. A day out of
What's
school is a
telling?
day out of school.
Yeah, except that it was my junior year, and I only had half days my junior year. I went for the first 4 periods, and then I left
Oh dang.
for
Yeah, I
for
had a
editing
full
classes.
schedule.
And so I was like, I'm not gonna go to this fucking factory thing when I can just leave and take a nap.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a full schedule my senior year I only had 1 class and I graduated half a year early.
I had two classes, and technically I didn't even go to the second class half the time. Because so both of my classes were choir, right? And there was first and second period. And she would only take attendance for that first period for the people who had both periods. And so I would just sneak out the back and I really did not go to class that much my senior year. I was almost labeled truant because of how much I skipped.
Dang.
Yikes.
Well, it was just choir. Like, what do they want me to do? They want me to show up to choir class every day?
It was really hard for me to skip school.
Yeah, I bet.
Imagine if your teacher lived with you.
Oh, you were homeschooled?
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, Dad, I'm gonna skip school. You're gonna what? I'm going to bed.
There was a couple times where I pulled off a secret sleep. It's like, Dad, I'm gonna do my schoolwork in my room today. Just fucking lays head on notebook.
Dude, there is nothing better than a nap on a school desk. I am telling you, nothing better. If I had a school desk, I'd be asleep right now.
I never napped in school, but my toxic trait was that I constantly had at least one earbud in during class.
Was that against the rules? Like, were you doing that secretly?
Oh yeah.
It wasn't a secret. Genuinely, it wasn't a secret. All of my teachers knew. They just didn't give a shit because I got good grades.
Yeah, you're like
Dang.
not allowed to have your phone, you're not allowed to have earbuds. There's a lot
No,
you're not allowed to have
no.
in school, but a lot of the teachers do not care.
We were allowed to have our phone in school, as long as we didn't have it out during teaching time.
Yeah, so essentially no phones.
But now they're not allowed to have their phones on them at all. Did you know that?
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah, they're not allowed to even. They have to leave them in their lockers, or else they'll get in like disciplinary trouble.
Yeah, right.
My little
that.
sister does not follow that rule, but to be fair, she has an EAP and she has a lot of health issues, and so she has a lot of health apps on her phone that monitors her like heart rate and shit. So she carries it around anyways, even though she's not supposed to.
Yeah, that's a really dumb rule. Like, I know that phones were getting a little out of hand, you know, but our town has had a few threats. Just saying. That's no way.
I'm kind of surprised that knowing the teachers at the school, they wouldn't just like not care in the slightest that she had those problems and just expect her to die.
Yeah, pretty much. That's kind of what they expect her to do. She's not supposed to have her phone on her. She's allowed her Fitbit, and that's it.
Dang.
But she carries her phone around anyways in case she needs to call my mom for an emergency.
Yeah.
Also, the school and the school nurses are so fucking stupid sometimes. Like, my sister, she's not allowed to miss any more, like, she can not miss much more school, or else she'll be labeled as truant because of her health issues. She has, like, chronic migraines and, like, seizures, and she passes out because she has POTS. And she's not really allowed to miss any more school. But the nurses constantly send her home for after she passes out. Because she sits in the nurse's office a lot, but my mom is like, I would rather her sit in the nurse's office and not have to miss more school, so she doesn't get labeled as truant, than having her sent home. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, what do the nurses need their beds for? For a few kids with a tummy ache?
Yeah, is that really, like, packed every day?
Right.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. I mean, I went to the nurse's office a lot back when I was in school, and there was always kids in there because it's a big school of a lot of students. There's bound to be multiple students who are sick, and then there's also bound to be multiple students who fake being sick, which happens a lot.
A lot in school.
Yeah.
So I could take a nap in the nurse's office. There was one time
I went to the nurse's office a lot because of my periods. It was awful, and they provided heating pads, which was awesome because then I would take naps to, like, you know, soothe my problems, and the nurses were okay with that up to an extent. If you did it too much, then they were like, deal with it, even if you're like dying. But
I remember there were several times, and before high school, I never did this, and I didn't do it very often throughout high school, but for this one class, it was my US history class, and I forget who taught it, but I absolutely fucking hated the class because of how boring it was. Because it was really easy for me, because it's all memorization, and I'm really good at memorization. And so I would just constantly skip that class. Like, I went, I got my attendance done, and then I would, like, say, I'm gonna go use the restroom, and then I'd leave for the rest of class. And I don't think he ever fucking noticed, I'm not gonna lie to you.
trying to think
Because
about who all the history teachers were.
he was the big beefy guy, and his room was over by the health classroom. I don't remember his name. It was my freshman year. I also don't think he cared because I got good grades in that class, and so he was like, well, whatever.
Was it like the department of like the sports guy? Because I think he used to be a history teacher back in the...
No, that was Schmitz, and he was in middle school.
No, I'm not talking about Schmitz. I'm thinking Schaefer.
Oh, Schaefer? No, he was never my teacher.
That's the only
I don't think he worked there
teacher
anymore.
I could think of at the high school.
No, like big bone. I'm trying not to call him fat right now. God.
Well, fat's not a bad term. If he's fat, he's fat.
Well, yeah, he was fat. He was pretty large. Large and in charge.
Well, I can't think of anyone like that either, to be fair. Let's see. It could have been a new teacher. I mean, our town. So,
No, he was there. He was there my
many teachers.
He was there my freshman year, so he was there for at least 5 years. So he would have been there while you were there.
5 years? Wow.
I don't know if he's there anymore, but
okay.
I don't really even care what his name was. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm just trying to think who it was because You said his class was boring, and I wanted to see if I resonated.
I mean, all
Um,
history classes were really boring, so.
I had Mrs. Martin for history my freshman year before she died.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
she was cool. I mean, well, sorta. She insulted me about wearing a tank top once. Told me that she called me a slut because my shoulders were showing.
Nice.
But
We
then,
love that.
before she died, we got along pretty well, and I thought she was pretty cool. So outside of her calling me a slut, she was pretty cool.
No big deal.
She was just like a really big history nerd, and she just knew so much, and it was just, I don't know, it was cool. And she's gone like, she's done like 10 jury duties, which is crazy if you know how like random it is to be selected for jury duty, to do so many in a lifetime.
Oh no,
Like
man.
how many times we
I
talk
never
and
had.
I just said 10.
did you say so? I missed it. Yeah,
Yeah, she
that's
did
kind of
10.
weird.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I've been selected twice myself, so...
Have you ever gone?
No.
Isn't it like
It's
punishable by
illegal.
law? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's illegal not to go, but if you have a reason, you can skip them. And my first one was not having a ride. My second one is crippling anxiety. So...
See, if I got chosen for jury duty, I would 100% go because I love crime, and I want.
Especially committing it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, and I'm gonna admit this live on stream so they don't ever choose me for jury duty, I want people who do like really petty crimes, like if it's like vandalism or if it's something like to fuck over the rich, I want them to get away with it.
You just like completely fight for them the whole time.
I guess when they said they want third-party views, they're getting that right.
They can't. They literally can't ask you not to be biased. Like, I mean, if it's someone you don't know, I mean, and you show up and they're wearing like some trashy outfit, there's already a bias there because you already lost like respect for that person. Human beings are like the most biased creatures on the planet. You literally can't, like, you can't not have anyone who's not biased. You can try. It's not gonna happen though.
Yeah.
I feel like I wouldn't mind doing something like jury duty if it wasn't just for the fact of like getting there and shit. Like that's really the one thing that would make me panic pretty hard if I ever got selected for it.
Put me
Oh,
on
man.
put me on Luigi Mangione's jury.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'm not biased at all.
Just make
Definitely
as many
not.
Luigi puns as possible.
Well, I think
Yeah.
I don't even know. The trial might be thrown out because the media hopped on the train of this is the killer, and his lawyer made a really good point of he's not going to be able to have a jury that's non-biased at all.
Yeah.
Everybody has an opinion on this case now because of the media attention. So the media kind of helped him. Not gonna lie.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Well, that's how.
I
That's
can't
how.
do jury duty because, first of all, rides. Getting there would be a lot. But second, it's just, like, there is such a specific way of jury duty, which I think it's illegal to talk about, so I'm not gonna go super in-depth. That could legally get me in trouble. But, like, you have to, like, do screening processes, and you also have to go before the date, like, a few times, and no. I'll never. If they go to me again, despite me turning in a crippling anxiety paper, I'm just gonna keep turning that in.
There was some famous, like, I don't know if it was a serial killer or something, and his jury got thrown out because of how much media attention that, like, that the case got. I think it might have been Ted Bundy, but I don't know. No, it was either. I don't know. Hold on.
Famous, this is the fucking run.
Oh no, that's like that's the actual God run. I'll never beat this time. Like straight up. Like, holy
Oh
shit.
my god.
That is like actually unbelievable how good of a run that was.
The God run. Can't wait for me saying that I'm gonna help the people who murder the rich get away.